The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits.
What is up, Octo Nation? It's Charlie. I'm going to be your host for today. Today we're diving into some battery plays. I've been researching these like crazy, and of course it's, I don't know, a month or two that I've been kind of diving into them. But the Tesla Battery Day thing is coming up here in a week, I think, week from today, next Monday. I think we're going to get some run up on these, so I think it's a good time to get on in. I found some really interesting plays. I'm going to go with one that I think is the most important up front, and we'll just kind of go from there. So first of all, some news came out. Tesla Gig Metals Corp on the OTC MKTS HNCKF ticker. Tesla in talks to buy low carbon nickel from Canada sources. This is on Reuters. Tesla is in discussions with Canadian miner Giga Metals about helping to develop a large mine that would give the electric car maker access to low carbon nickel for its current batteries. Three sources familiar with the matter said a Tesla car is seen at the V3 supercharger equipment during the presentation of the new charge system in the EUREF campus in Berlin, Germany, September 10th. Alongside its goal to reduce pollution from driving, Tesla is also striving to reduce its own carbon footprint. Tesla will give you a giant contract for a long period of time if you mine nickel efficiently and in an environmentally sensitive way, quote unquote, by CEO Mr. Elon Musk. Have you guys heard of him before? Giga Metals low carbon nickel plans produce turning waste from its mining operations into cement-type rock using carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and using hydropower. So they're saying they're trying to be green. They're going to recycle some of their waste. So why do we care about this? Because this is just going to show a little bit of potential to what can and will happen. If you tie Tesla's name to stuff. What happened to that stock? It rammed up like crazy when it came out. It was at 44 cents and it went all the way up to $1.25. Today it's up another. Whoa, it was up another 10%, but it just went down 4%. So it's only up 6% now at $1.33, and this hit, I think it was Friday, so something to keep in mind. So this is also what got me researching this stuff all weekend. So I found this company, which is very, very intriguing to me. It is called Magnis Energy Technologies. Have you heard of it before? Let me know down in the comments. So they've got their new batteries here. They got solar power. They've got an EV vehicle they're showing here. This is a presentation that just came out in 2020 of this month. So the Magnis vision to become one of the world's largest producers of next generation lithium-ion batteries, LIB cells, enabling the future energy requirements of the world and global electrification of transportation through developing gigafactories globally with key alliances and joint venture partners, maintaining a competitive advantage through unique IPs, mitigating key material supply risk, and delivering a commercial advantage to all global gigafactories. Magnis has three core areas of focus which provide the company with a strategic advantage: battery technologies, gigafactories, and graphite. So they've got the whole trench. Battery technologies. The company has rapidly moved into battery technology with their high-performing chemical-free anode technology, and through the partnership formed with US-based Charge CCV. Y'all heard of them? Gigafactories, New York Lithium-Ion Battery Plant, and Australia Lithium-Ion Battery Plant. And then graphite. Magnis holds a world-class graphite deposit in, I think it's South Africa. So these guys already these are going to be graphite batteries. So these are like beyond what Elon is even going after now. Okay, so he's going after the lithium ions right now that you still need to have cobalt and nickel for. These new ones that these guys are making is like the next step past that, which is going to use just graphite. Okay, so this is like a whole nother step. But these guys, this Magnis company, they actually have three different batteries that they can produce. And the main one is revolving around the graphite, which is way better than even what Tesla is going after right now. But they can still help with all three. Because if you remember, like Fisker right now, I don't know if you dove in that deep, but with the new Fisker car that's coming out of the SUV, he's saying that the first year of the Ocean, the SUV Ocean that's coming out, the range is going to be X and it's going to be this efficient. He said, but the following year, the batteries are going to be even more efficient and you're going to get even more mileage out of them. Why is that? Because they're kind of going to stair step up to these newer and newer technologies and eventually getting to solid state, removing a lot, okay? Reducing everything almost by like 50% more efficiency, which is just crazy. And that's kind of what the that new play with that Bill Gates SPAC that just came out, what was it? The QuantumScape, right? So that's kind of what these guys are doing, is they're trying to move away from that. But if you look at the timeline for these guys, they're not even looking for production till like maybe late 2023. And that's even a small production. That's only 1 gigawatt hour. They're not even scaling up until like 2026. So that's what this whole play is about, is getting rid of the whole cobalt thing. All right, let's get back on track here. So Magnis has 85%. 85% of market is controlled by the top 5. Only 1 gigawatt hour manufacturer is located within the United States, which is captive. $100 billion addressable market by 2022. Magnis is focused on the top 6 global energy storage markets: USA, Western Europe, North of, they're calling it MENA, so I guess getting India and North Africa, China, and then India and Australia. So it's showing, LG, CATL, BYD, Panasonic, and Tesla are big in it, right? So the global gigafactories and opportunities. New York-based battery plant, equipment and assets acquired. So they already have a plant in New York. They've already got 1 gigawatt hour production planned ASAP. So they're like getting ready to break ground and start the production. It's already pretty much done. They've got all the equipment in there, everything. Margin holds 58% of project, which is huge. So this is where their mine is at, where they actually mine the graphite in Tanzania, shovel ready and BFS completed. That's a field study or something like that. An Australia battery plant. The fee study submitted in 2019. This is going to be 18 gigawatt per hour plant, which is going to be massive. Margins holds 33.3% of IMS 3TSV. So they've got another plant that they've got kind of a smaller, it's still a big plant in New York, but they're looking to build another massive one in Australia to make. And they've already got all the plans submitted a year ago, and they're trying to get that thing going. Of course, they've got a good team. So primary technology partners. So this is that Charge CCV LLC. Dr. Shailesh Upredi has been awarded numerous patents for composition of matter inventions with over 20 years of lithium-ion battery experience. Professor Stanley Willingham, inventor of lithium-ion batteries, is part of a leading center of excellence for LIB development located within Brigham University. So he's like a chairman on the board for this company too. World-class $300 million development facilities with capabilities for material engineering, cell fabrication, and cell testing. So they've got patents on only in certain countries though, but a lot of countries. So I thought that was neat. So key ingredient to lithium-ion battery success, Siemens. It's a big energy company. Agreement signed 2 years ago, covered global LIB plant opportunities, world leader in LIB factory digitalization, automation, and inline manufacturing. Celgard, Mectic, and additional global industrial partners. New York Lithium-Ion Battery Plant. So here's the plant. Here's where it's located in Huron campus site. Anyone ever been there? They've got these really expensive big cathode welding machines and all that. So the manufacturing facility and plant is located there. The first production expected late this year, any time now. Offtake agreements signed with various parties. That's big. Equipment valued at over $71 million purchased from another company. New York State government announced $13.25 million funding package. So the New York State government helped fund it. Campus at Huron could support 4 to 5 gigawatt per hour, but they're starting out with 1, so they're going to keep increasing. So the New York plant, cutting edge technology, AI analysis that they've got. So batteries are superior and cheaper with time, state-of-the-art manufacturing, global partnerships at scale, manufacturing batteries at high scalable fashion. You can see, I mean, it's legit. And then here's the Australian one they're trying to get going in Queensland. Government-funded feasibility study completed and approved. So Queensland paid for that. Wow. National Australia Bank appointed financial advisor to the project. That's big. Townsville project template for 18 gigawatt per hour manufacturing plant being established. Major global partners from all forms of government supporting the project, you know, because governments and cities like this because it's the whole green push initiative. So they're helping them out. It's awesome. At full production, annual revenues of over 3.5 billion annually. Just when this gets done. It's insane. Anybody in Australia out there in Townsville? What do you think of the area? Game-changing battery technology. So this is some of the, you know, the fast charging people are talking about. Like, I don't know, when we talked about the other day, they're talking about, I think, this exact number of 85% charge achieved in 6 minutes. I feel like I've heard that before. What other manufacturers said that? So that's huge. You can charge your battery in 6 minutes, 85%. Demonstration program for New York State transit buses with BAE systems, the BAE systems, BAE. Consolidated Edison and funded by the New York something, potential game changer for the transportation industry. So they're also hitting that, right? They're hitting the New York bus systems. That's huge. Discussion have begun with major overseas OEMs also. You know, it could be NIO. Who knows, man? There's so many, but this could be big. I mean, this is going to be a supplier for some manufacturers. So this is the game-changing technology. So they have patent protection over 35 countries for it. Strong green credentials, no downstream chemical or thermal purification required. Lowest cost producer of the graphite above 99.95% purity. So graphite and silicone anode blend. And again, this reminds me of the quantum one that just came out. So I got these silicone anodes too. Next generation of high performance anode material, potential to deliver significant increase in mileage and power. Test work and commercial validation for 10% silicone additive blended with NACCHU coated spherical graphite. There it is. So the cathodes, they're high performance, long life technology, patent protection from a cathode, greater reliability made with commercial processing, fully transferable to gigafactories. Raw materials used are plentiful because they own the mine. Come on, man. Wide range of applications due to no compromise between life, energy, and destiny and power. So a lot of graphite miners, like they're by the water, and it's really hard to keep it a green mine. So that's a big deal that they're saying they can. So this is the generations I was talking about. So they have a generation 1 battery, then they have a generation 2 and a generation 3. And they just basically get about 30% better over time. And right now they've already got the Gen 1. Next year they've got the Gen 2, and then 2025 they're going to have the Gen 3 out, which is going to be the solid states, but that's still in line. Basically where these guys are going to be, because, well, it might be a little bit ahead because they said 2025, but these guys are saying, you know, beginning at 2024 into 2023 for QuantumScape. So I don't know. They could be even talking about here. They're still doing planning and engineering for the factories also for QuantumScape. So it'd be cool to see the run to that for sure. But they have it. They have the technology. They basically can be an easily competitor with them. But I like this because they also have all the other batteries that are ready to rock right now for stuff that are even still ahead though of the current like Tesla batteries. And then of course I see this slide here. I'm like, okay, they're literally dropping the Tesla name. Potential future value. Contemporary Epernix Technology Company, CATL, is a Chinese battery manufacturer and technology company founded in 2011 that specializes in manufacturing lithium-ion batteries for electric vehicles and energy storage systems, as well as battery management systems. CATL is the largest pure cell manufacturer listed on the Shenzhen Stock Exchange. 2019 production estimated at 15 gigawatts an hour, with plans to increase to 80 gigawatts an hour in the next 10 years. Closing price for them when the market cap was $61 billion. It's a big market cap. Margins involved in multiple plants worldwide. Magnis is involved in multiple plants worldwide. So it says they've got their hands in some places, all right? CATL delivers its value based in its gigawatt per hour, which is approximately 3 to 4 billion per gigawatt per hour. Tesla signed a deal with CATL for it to supply the car maker with batteries, which began shipping in July of this year. So this is the company that Tesla is getting their current batteries from. But this Magnis company not only could make these, but they've also got newer generations one that don't even need the cobalt and stuff. So they're even ahead of all that. Let's keep going. So this is the Nakshu graphite project. This is just basically showing they've got the mine, okay? They've got 100% ownership of it. They've got wrap payments, relocation complete, project funded, joint venture partner with duty and equity financing options being explored. Site visits have taken place with there's more planning going on. So it's not like 100% rocking and rolling yet, but it says revenues from product sales to be paid into overseas bank accounts, defraying major Soviet risk. Fiscal stability ensured with a range of incentives, including a favorable 10-year corporate tax-free period. So milestones in progress, optimize different cell manufacturing processes to further enhance the performance, and finalize funding. The battery plants are commencing equipment reassembly and hiring key staff still. Commencing complete plus first production beginning of next year. Begin commercial production for sure. So where are we at? Let's see. Highlights global opportunity to make a direct investment into the rapidly growing lithium-ion sector. Unique IP with next generation anode and cathode battery materials, which have patent protection in the countries. Highly experienced, credible board of directors, of course. Lower power costs due to the IBM's existing infrastructure New York plant, which is great, and controlled global procurement strategy, which includes raw material acquisition and processing. So they're scalable, highly safe, lower costs, increased battery life, better performance, on and on and on. So, of course, I reached out to the company and I said, what exactly did you mean by this? Is this basically saying that you are working with OEMs, or you are working with CATL, or are you working with Tesla? I never get really what I want to hear, but there's something in it. And they said, they responded this morning and said, the slide below, which was that one, talks about CATL's valuation. They currently make cells that we plan to make cells in the not so distant future. So they're saying that they can make those exactly what they're making. And we plan to make cells in the not so distant future. We make cells, all right. CATL valuation is 3.3 to 4 billion per gigawatt per hour. Our New York plant will start at 1 to 1.5 gigawatts per hour. So what they're kind of saying is that they have the potential to be a multi-billion-dollar company, easy, because they're going to be producing almost half of what they produce. So, dude, just imagine. They said we are unable to go into the groups we are talking to due to confidentiality. Kind regards, Magnis. So they aren't just talking to one manufacturer, they're talking to groups of them. So it sounds like to me they're probably trying to hook up with the CATL people. And if they do, that means they're going to be probably making batteries then for Tesla, because CATL does. So they're going to be like the other company that can do it for them. But then not only that, I'm thinking about all the other manufacturers, right? Like Spartans, like SPAQ, like Fisker. He still hasn't figured out, well, he could be these guys. He still hasn't announced officially who's going to be taking care of the battery systems. We haven't really heard anything other than first year 250 mile-ish average, and the next year we'll go up to 450 or whatever like that. I don't know. So I think if SPAQ were to come out, SPAQ ticker, Fisker, and say, hey, here's the people we're going to be buying our batteries from, guess what's going to happen to this stock? It's going to rip, because what's been ripping today, SPAQ, it's finally going up a little bit, and people are ripping on that thing. So now check this out. So solid state technology is harder to engineer, but promises a lower cost battery that is higher capacity, higher density, higher performance, and quicker to charge, according to Magnis. The C4V's battery also does not require cobalt, which is becoming harder to source, an expensive component of batteries. Up until now, many have argued that cobalt cannot be removed from batteries because it is needed to stop the battery from blowing up. But earlier this year, American car giant Tesla and Japanese battery manufacturer Panasonic came out and said they would eventually eliminate cobalt from their products. So see, Tesla is definitely planning, even though they just talked about it last week, that he's like taking over and buying a massive amount of cobalt. He's still saying eventually he's going to move away from the cobalt and into something else. Right? These guys, no matter what, have their hand in it, and they've also got patents for batteries without cobalt. So, I mean, I don't know, it's all adding up. Then I pulled this from their homepage. I mean, this is a Tesla SUV thing. This is one of those Tesla chargers. It doesn't like directly say Tesla on it, but it is what it is. And then right here, they've got this batteries for home storage. I'm darn sure that's like, looks exactly like that Tesla one, right? That you like hang in your garage or whatever. Doesn't it look exactly like that? Then this just got released September 11th. Major success in extra fast charging battery program advances to optimize commercial cells. It's a press release. Following the ongoing success of the extra fast charging results using unoptimized cells for the next phase of original equipment manufacturer OEM qualifications, battery cells optimized for very fast charging to be used. So basically they sent their cells off to see if they can be used for OEMs to get approved for it through a third-party tester. And over 1,000 charges have been conducted to date with capacity maintaining strength over 80%, which is incredible. The EFC allows 85% charge in 6 minutes. A 12-month demonstration program funded by the New York something, which includes Bay Systems and Consolidated Edison and EFC batteries and electric bus begins. Okay, so it looks like this was done through the New York bus people. You know, so that's huge. So that means the bus people are testing out their batteries. This is going to be massive. Major interest shown by overseas OEMs also is what they said in this press release. You know, who could it be? XBev? Is XBev Bave? You know, is it Tesla over there? Is it NIO? I think any of those, if they announce they're getting their batteries from these dudes or multiple, or they come out and they say they're making their batteries for other people, any name drop is going to make it pop. And the good thing is this really hasn't yet. It's gone up a tiny bit, but you know, not much. I could go on and on and on for hours about this. I've got so much information, it's unbelievable about this company, but here's some more pictures of the New York place here. Here's some, I don't even know what these are. I'm not gonna act like I do, but some sort of storage or something for batteries, you know? Here's these crazy machines they got set up. It's another crazy machine. You know, it's just awesome. I think it's, and here's the Australian place they're gonna be making. Super dope, right? What do you guys think about this one? I think it's pretty rad. I think it's really cool. Let's take a look at the stock charts. Can we chart some on this? Maybe, can you see? So small a volume. This company's been around for a long time, you know. I mean, you can kind of see it's just kind of up and back down every year. It's gone from, where's it sitting right now? 17.5 cents on up to 70 cents. You know, so even if you did that, you're multiplying. Even if we get up to the previous all-time highs, you are absolutely multiplying your money. Low, we got down to like 5 cents. You know, so it's tripled since low to 17 cents ish. But right now, I mean, where can we look? Let's put it in a 1 month channel. I mean, it's just such low volume. It's just basically been consolidating around like 17 cents, 16 cents. Again, you know, I could totally see this one, you know, any news drops could end up getting pretty awesome, pretty big, pretty fast. Here's that CATL stock. You know, they were down to $75, and now they're up to like 192. I don't know much about this company other than they're massive and they're making batteries for them, but I think that's all I'm going to talk about for now on this. What do you guys think? Are you going to jump in? If you have another plays you want me to take a look at, I still have some other battery plays I think I'm going to bring up and do some videos on, but I want to get some of these out before the battery day keeps popping, you know, so maybe we can get a little bit of a run up, or I don't know. I think this one would be a place to park at least some gambling money in, you know, some lottery ticket money that, you know, if it pops, dude, it could pop hard, really hard, you know. Even I could see SPAQ, you know, announce it and be something cool. Any other plays, just let me know down in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, please do it. It definitely helps out the channel. Please share this with your friends. Y'all have a good rest of the day and take care.
Did you know that we give away free silver? Simply leave a comment on the video, and as long as you're in the continental United States, you can be automatically entered to win. Please friend us on Twitter and StockTwits.